my beloved friend and also your division secretary, Comrade Vanadaksha, our senior leader, Comrade Nagaraj, and all other friends and comrades. At the outset, I convey my sincere thanks and abundant regards to all of you for providing me this great opportunity to exchange some of my views with all of you. Even though I came to Mysore purely on my family visit, Comrade Vanadakshi want to utilize this opportunity and also provided me an opportunity to interact with all of you to discuss about the latest and current developments. Instead of having a meeting, my intention and also my request is just we can have an interaction session so that you can put your questions. And what are all the reply and what I know that I can discuss with all of you. That is the program arrangement. And prior to that, I want to say some of the development taking place in the Department of Post for the knowledge of everyone. Comrades, actually, today we are in a very pathetic situation, particularly in our department. All of you know, the government has already started the process of corporatization and also the privatization and want to sell out the department to the private or otherwise it will make it as a public sector corporator like this. When our Prime Minister Modi ji has proclaimed in the parliament, it is not the duty of the government to do the social services, that is the service sector, to maintain the service sector. It is the duty of the banians, it is the duty of the merchant and corporate. And we are not at all involved in the running the social services like this. And prior to that also, in the Department of Post, they appointed a TSR Subramaniam, a committee has been formed under the head of TSR Subramaniam. The TSR Subramaniam committee has given the recommendations in which they stated that the postal department has to be segregated into 6 sectors. The existing postal department has to be segregated into 6 sectors. What are the 6 sectors? Out of these 6 sectors, 5 should be made as a corporation and 1 should be working for the 5 corporation. This was the recommendation of the TSR Subramaniam Committee. They made the postal savings bank and all other things. They want to convert it as a corporation. Accordingly, the IBB has come. Indian Post Bank Limited, that is a corporation limited, that is a part of corporatization move based on the TSR Subramaniam Committee, number 1. And second, Parcel Directorate, Logistic Parcel Directorate. They formed separately that they want to make it as a separate corporation and keep it another one. Another one, so far the government services, the services related to the government, that they want to form a separate services on commission basis, that is more or less the CSE. Now they have introduced the CSE. This is also one side. Number 3. Number 4, they want to make a PLI. PLI Directorate is already there. They want to develop the PLI and want to make it as a corporatization. That is their move actually. They want to make it as a corporatization. So that they planned to make it as a separate corporation. That is the reason the earlier restrictions have been now relaxed. Now there is no more restrictions and even public can also take the PLI likewise. They have changed so many changes. They made so many changes in the PLI and RPLI also. This is one side. So the PLI, they want to make it as a separate corporation. That is also going on. So the rest of the business, the major businesses, what are all doing, even under the speed post, premium product, all these things, they want to make it as a corporation. So there will be 5 corporations and the post office staff will do work for the corporatization on commission basis. Whatever commissions they are giving, And whatever, if there is any shortage of money for payment of our salary and other things, that will be made good by the government of India. But the rest of the item, all the 5 items are going to be made as a corporation and they are going to take care of this. Accordingly, actually I can say it very frankly that we have not properly registered our protest at the time of TSR Subramaniam Committee and its recommendations. And thereafter the IBB has come. The IBB, we were thinking it is a part and parcel of the postal department, but it is not so. Now it is made as a corporation limited. Even parcel, logistic, everything they have introduced. That is the reason now the department is fixing target to our employees and asking us to do more work for the corporatization. That is for the other related work, that is comes under one separate corporation, it is going to be made. And all these things, all the pressures and everything being exerted on us only because of these 5 corporations, and we have to work for the 5 corporations on commission basis. This is a major setback for us. If everything is corporatized, then what will be the role of the postal employee? The postal employee will ask to serve for these masters, 5 masters. This is the present day fate. In the meantime, they want to introduce the Dak Mitra. Many of you may be aware of it. Dak Mitra, they want to make it as a Dak Mitra on commission basis. 20% of the revenue collected that they are going to be distributed to the Dak Mitras. They will form even some corporations. They are mentioning even the couriers like Blue Dart, they can tie up with the department and they can take up the delivery work of some particular area. That is also there in the Dak Mitra. Suppose Saraswatipuram one colony is there, some biggest housing colony is there. If somebody is coming forward, I will deliver all the letters, register everything to that particular area. And if the government accepts, our department given the license, thereafter the entire delivery work will be entrusted to the private person, Dak Mitra, and not to the postman. This is another danger. And what are all the works being performed by our postal that is going to be transferred to Dak Mitra? They can book the register letter, they can book the speed post, even they can do the savings bank work at par with the branch post offices. What are all the work branch post offices are doing, they can do it. They will be termed as a PLI agents also, PLI, RPLI also, they can do all the work on commission basis. For everything they are going to get 20% commission, almost they fix the commission also. This is also going to come. And in another area, they want to reshape the existing franchise outlet, for which also they have already issued orders. The franchise outlet also, now they are developing, even that franchise outlet can be taken by the Panwala shops and corner shops and residential welfare association, anybody else. They can also do the work of the postal on commission basis, that is 20% commission basis. Suppose a speed post is booked for 25 rupees, they will be given the commission of 5 rupees. Likewise, except TSB, including the PLI and RPLI, collection of premium, etc., the work can also be distributed to the franchise outlet. Already they have called for tenders also. In the meantime, in major urban cities like Delhi, Central Division and also some other divisions also, they have already floated tenders for outsourcing the delivery work. For making the delivery purpose, they want to make it as a outsourcing persons. Outsourcing persons also, they have already floated tenders and it is also going on. So finally the department want to dismantle the postal services at one day. It is going to happen. What was happening for the BSNL earlier, the similar is going to happen at this juncture at any time, even within 5 years or even maybe around 10 years. But our services are going to be either corporatized or privatized. What is the need of the hour? We have to fight very fiercely, very forcefully we have to fight. If we will fail, we cannot get anything thereafter. And we will be the last government servant working in the postal department. That is the present state of affairs. All of you should be aware of the current developments, what is going in and around the department also. We have to know all these things. And earlier also, the government attempted to outsource our postal services by merging the postal and RMS offices. That is, postal and RMS offices, one office is a front office, that is the counter services are called as a front office, and other office is a back office, that is RMS and delivery work. They want to merge RMS and delivery office as a one, and this postal counter as a second one. They have appointed McKinsey, one consultancy company. Not only they have appointed, they have given the power to implement its recommendation in the Department of Post also. And also they issued orders. There is no need for this much of post offices. They want to abolish 9,797 post offices. They issued orders. They have abolished 7,000 sorting postman posts. But everything, after having a very militant struggle, a continuous negotiation, we have stopped McKinsey, and McKinsey has been sent out from the department and it was not implemented thereafter, and we are keeping the post office as it is. And similarly, all the abolished post of sorting postmen that were restored. And similarly, there will be no closure of post offices. And if any closure of post offices, that will be simultaneously reopened in some other areas. So for the last 10 years, we are not facing any closure of post offices. But even recently, in the minutes given by the department on the 18th November meeting, how many of you read, I don't know, about the NFP minutes, in which they are saying that they want to make the rationalization of the single-handed post offices. What is the meaning of rationalization of the single-handed post offices? That means they are going to abolish. That is their intention. That danger is also here, and it may come at any time. So, the present need, we have to fight very seriously with all the unions, not only NFP. We should take confidence of other unions also. We should go for a united struggle. Otherwise, we cannot save our department. Recently, we had a lesson. The bank employees went on strike for 2 days. Actually, it was proposed to be tabled in the parliament 2 days before. But it could not be tabled. It has been postponed because of the struggle conducted by the bank employees. Such a struggle exclusively for the postal employees, for the survival of the postal department as a government department, is the need of the hour, and there should be no compromise on this factor. And subsequently, I am coming to the general points pertaining to our postal group C comrades, because after that we are going to interact. All your questions I am going to reply. So as a prelude, I am saying some of the items. The department now wants to introduce another recruitment rules for the postal assistant. 2019, they issued one draft rules, but that was not implemented because of only one point. What was that point? Whenever you want to increase the educational qualification at the entry grade as graduation, you have to fix the salary either at level 5 or level 6. That is 4,200 grade pay or at least 2,800 grade pay. When you are making the educational qualification as the graduation, you cannot keep them as a level 4. This was objected by us very seriously. But all our objections, there was no serious follow-up. Resultantly, they want to release a revised PA recruitment rules after 2 years, 2021, in which they are saying the graduation is the compulsory for the recruitment, entry grade. We are welcoming it. At this juncture, the present scenario, we require the graduated personnels for the post officers. Otherwise, the post office work could not be completed very properly. That I am accepting it. But at the same time, we should be paid with a decent entry pay scale. That is the requirement. The level 4 is not for, it is only for the plus 2 qualification. When they are terming it as a graduation, they should immediately enhance the the entry pay of the postal assistant either to 2,800 grade pay, that is level 5, or 4,200 as requested by us earlier before the pay commission. We should be called as the executive postal assistant. We should not be called as a postal assistant. Nomenclature is very much essential nowadays. Nowadays, after the 5th pay commission, the entry pay of the postal assistant is somewhat better. You cannot dispute it. Even if you are comparing with the banking employees and also LIC, the entry pay of the postal assistant is definitely better. But we are not having sufficient promotional revenues. That is another problem. But our nomenclature should also be made as a decently. I used to say, what is the need of calling postman as a postman? Now there is no man business everywhere. Even the railway engine driver, now he is called as a loco pilot. Am I right? Loco pilot. Now there is no mechanic. They are service engineers only. No mechanic, no. All the old names have been changed. Now why we should be called as a postman? We should be called as a post delivery manager. And similarly, our LHG-PA and the LHG and HHG2, what is the nomenclature of lower selection grade, higher selection grade, MACP 1, 2, 3? Who will give you social status? When madam wants to celebrate her daughter's marriage, suppose I am saying, when asking, I am MACP 1 PA or LHG PA, whether she will have any status in the society? She should be called as a senior manager, senior manager, chief manager. Supervisor, senior supervisor, chief manager. The nomenclature has to be changed. So, at the time of introduction of revised PA recruitment rules itself, we should be called as the executive postal assistant. That is the need of the hour. What I am saying. But that has not been said. And again, they made the direct recruitment to 60% direct recruitment and 40% for the promotees. Actually, we got 50% promotive quota due to the 1946 struggle. Prior to independence, we got this 50% reservation. If the 50% is freezed and we are giving only 40% means it is a great injustice being going to met by the postman and the MTS staff in the postal. We cannot accept it. There should be no compromise on this. And thirdly, they have entrusted the work to Staff Selection Commission. Right from 2018, the recruitments have not been completed so far. As per the DOPT instruction, it is very clear. But whenever a recruitment status begins, it should be completed within 6 months. But in the Staff Selection Commission, the recruitment made during 2018, that has not yet been completed. 2019, 20, 20, 21, 20. So, when they want to entrust to the Staff Selection Commission, that we cannot accept it. And if it is of the Staff Selection Commission, the regional language will not be given the importance. Even though there was a subsequent orders, the regional language will be taken care of, everything is there. Because that will come under the pattern of the examination, pattern and syllabus of the examination, not comes under the recruitment rules. Even though, if it is being entrusted to the Staff Selection Commission, there will be an inordinate delay, and we are requesting from the beginning that you should be restored at circle level, so that the process will be completed on the same year itself. Otherwise, the recruitment will be delayed. This is one very serious thing so far the postal assistant is concerned. And rest about the promotion, our cadre restructuring. Comrade, in all the department, all the officers are getting so many cadre restricted. Almost all the officers, even in our Group A officers level, they have already conducted six cadre reviews. IP line, they have conducted so many cadre reviews. But in the postal, there was no cadre review conducted earlier. And it was only TBOP and BCR. TBOP, BCR, we have surrendering our post to the extent of 20% and 6% supervisory post. And thereafter we got that TBOP and BCR, that is also becoming abundant after the introduction of MACP. So because of the MACP, there was no importance for the TBOP and BCR. That system has been abolished. So there is no cadre restructuring is existence in the Department of Post. During 1974, we have ensured 20% LIG. The 20% LIG scheme was introduced during 1974. But because of the introduction of TBOP and BCR, the LIG post has been reduced to 8.3% during 2016. So resultantly we thought, we want to introduce the cadre restructuring in our cadre also. Accordingly, we formulated a proposal and we discussed with the department very seriously. Based on this, we got the cadre restructuring, and we got 40% of the postal operative cadre to the elevation of the LIG, HAG2 and HAG1. All our single-ended, double-ended post offices have been upgraded, and similarly HAG2, HAG1, all the posters have been upgraded, and we got NFG post also with 4,800 grade pay without surrender of any post. But even after that, whether the fruit of the cadre restructuring is actually benefited to all means there is a problem still there. After the implementation of the scheme, the department invited, at least under the Charles Lobo committee, he was your former Chief Postmaster General in Bangalore. A committee has been formed under the head of Charles Lobo. The unions were invited. Actually, as per the JCM rules, 5:2 is the ratio. 5% from NFPE, 2% from FNBO, there should be no other representation. This is the formation of the JCM Departmental Council, and based on this, all the committees earlier formed. During my period also, many committees have been formed, and we were dominating all the committees. But in the Charles Lobo committee, NFPE 2 representative, FNBO 2 representative, Bharatiya Union 2 representatives, they made it. And in the meeting, we forcibly, vehemently asked to make LIG as a divisional cadre. But FNBO and Bharatiya, they have not agreed for it. The Charles Lobo has simply said majority not accepted and minority is demanding the divisionalization of LIG. But what is the reality? 70% is NFPE, and the representation means it is a representation based on the 5:2 ratio. There is no hold for any Bharatiya Union here, and how they can collect it? But actually, why we demanded the divisionalization of LIG? Earlier also, during 1976, the LIG was divisionalized, and HAG2 was granted based on the PA gradation list. Even on today for the post, IP, the next promotion is ASP cadre. But ASP is a circle cadre. Whether he is promoted to ASP or not, based on the IP gradation list, he is given the promotion to the Group B directly from the directorate. Understand? Actually, there is no separate gradation list for the ASPOs for the promotion to Group B. There is no requirement that they should possess the ASP promotion also in between the promotion to Group B. And similarly, for the postal assistant, if it is divisionalized, they can work in the same division because they are already working in the same division in the single-headed offices. They can work, they can be accommodated. They need not be sent out from the division to other division. Nowadays, even without any monetary benefit, transferring them for accepting the promotion means it is a farce. It cannot be accepted. So the divisionalization of the LG is a very important paramount also. That is possible also. And it will not affect anybody's seniority because they are going to get the HAG2 based on the PA gradation list. LG is a divisional cadre. If such arrangement is made, definitely there will be no problem in filling up the post. Now what is happening in most of the circuits? The people who have settled at their stations, they have been transferred under the LG promotion from one division to other division. I don't know what is going on in Karnataka also. They are declining. They are declining their promotion. If they decline their promotion, subsequently they will not get the MACP for the same period of years also. They are losing their permanent elevation in the MACP also. So the major problem nowadays, transfer is a major problem. In most of the divisions, the people are afraid of transfers only. So in order to avoid this, the LG should be divisionalized. When the issue was discussed in the last 1811 meeting, that is the 1811 meeting, the department stated, the majority has not welcomed the divisionalization. Where is the majority and what is the majority? Majority means the union representatives. And we are demanding that it should be divisionalized. And they are saying that we will pursue like this. But unless we are getting the divisionalization of LG, we cannot enjoy the fruits of the cadre restructuring. This is my firm opinion. And there are precedences also. It is possible also. It is possible also. And secondly, so far the filling up of HAG2 and HAG1 post. As per the DOPT norms, the 5 years and 6 years is compulsory for getting promotion from level 4 to level 5 to 6 and 7. This is prescribed by the DOPT, but it is being relaxed in all the department. It is being relaxed in all the department. Earlier also, when such stipulation was there, we got 3 years service is sufficient from LG to HAG2 and HAG2 to HAG1. When formulating a new recruitment rules for the HAG2 during 2009, when I was there at that time, they want to make it as a 5 years and 6 years. And a file was sent to DOPT, only 3 years is possible for the postal department because the number of posts is very lesser. At the time, the cadre restructuring has not been implemented, so that the number of posts is very limited. The people are getting LG at a very later stage and they cannot complete that 5 and 6 years. Only 3 years has to be fixed for the next promotion. The file was written from the DOPT. First, you made the changes in the recruitment rules. We will approve it and thereafter you send the proposal. We will definitely accept 3 years condition for the postal services. It is very much available in the postal department itself. I have several times told my friends, my colleagues, our office bearers also at Delhi, you can search the file. It is available in 2010 and 11 also. All the correspondence were made prior to the implementation of the HAG recruitment rules. Based on this, we can submit the proposal. By citing the old reference, we can definitely citing the file. But what happened in the last meeting, 1811 meeting, the department stated the proposal has been rejected by the DOPT. Once again, we will try to send the proposal. What does it mean? No HAG2 post has been filled up because of want of service. No HAG1 post is filled so far. What happened? When the post of HAG2, HAG1 have not been filled up, certainly it will have a shortage in the PA cadre. If HAG2 is filled, then it is a HAG2 vacant, we can say. But whenever the post is not filled up, right from HAG1 or NFG, the complete shortage reflects in the PA cadre, that is in the root cadre. How it could be correct? This is a big problem actually. Actually, the one-time relaxation of the recruitment rules for filling up of HAG2 and HAG1 if comes, we can enjoy the fruits of the cadre restructuring. The young comrades, particularly, at the time of cadre restructuring, many people have criticized me also. What is the need for cadre restructuring? Why should we get transfer? MACP is here 10, 20, 30 years. We are having the MACP. What is the need of like this? After getting 20 years and after getting the second MACP, we are getting the LIG promotion. What is the use of it? Like this they told. Then I explained, it may not be beneficial to you, but I am seeing the younger generation of the future. I am just seeing the younger generation. The younger generation, they are having more aspiration in the department. The department is running, actually it has been computerized. This much means because of the younger generation only. Otherwise, they could not implement all these programs in the Department of Post, actually. I told very categorically, I am thinking about the younger generation. All our past leaders have committed mistakes. They are not cared about the younger generation. They are always talking about the seniority, come fitness only. In other departments, if you go to income tax, there are more promotional avenues by writing the examinations. They can become another inspector or something, some cadre after 7 years, 8 years, 10 years like this. But nothing is available so far the postal concerned. After joining the service as a postal assistant, he has to retire as a postal assistant. At the most, they would get at that time the LIG promotion. There is no HAG2 or HAG1 during those days. Now the situation, I told very categorically, we want the cadre restructuring. Why? Because the younger generations have started coming in the department. After 2 years, the recruits of the 2009 is the senior most in the department. The recruit is of 2009 because while you are tracing the history, right from 1981 there was a ban on filling by creation of post. All the RTPs have been observed during 89 and thereafter there was no recruitment. From 2000 there is a blanket ban. Up to 2009 there was no filling up of post, nothing else. There is a very big vacuum. There was a more shortage of staff prevailing those days. Now, after 2009, and also what we made, we did a wonder during our period. I am very proud to say. Actually, the digging up of residual vacancies. What happened? The residual vacancies means the vacancies earmarked for MTS and postman, which posts have not been filled up due to non-qualification of candidates. Suppose sufficient candidates have not passed the examination, those posts will be called as residual vacancies. Those vacancies have to be thrown open to the GDS by conducting the examination. But this process has not been made in any circle right from 1999 to 2008. And the establishment branch, they have not cared about it also. Thereafter, we fought it at all India level. We gave specific instruction, guidelines, everything. Based on this 2010, all over India, we have created 18,000 posts we revived. Because of this 18,000 posts only, the shortage of problem has been solved totally some 5 years before. Now again the shortage of problem is because of non-filling up of HAG2, HAG1 post and also not the recruitment conducted by the Staff Selection Commission. This is another area actually. Why we are particular about the youngsters? After the young generation, they are having more aspirations. Earlier, in the postal, the persons who are possessing good mark in the +2, they have been recruited as a postal assistant. Because of the unemployment, more people are coming, more youngsters are coming with more aspiration. And they should be given with more promotional avenues. You can take it from me, brothers. Within 4 or 5 years, our boys, our girls having service of 18, 20 years, they would be promoted to SHG1. You can take it from me, this is going to happen. Definitely this is going to happen. If that one-time relaxation has come, by the time it would have been happened. Because it has not come, it is being delayed. Now the department has accepted, once again we are sending the proposal to DOPT, stating the current state of affairs of the department. We are welcoming it. We are expecting it. This is one of the very serious problems we are facing so far our postal Group C employees are concerned. And also it is the time for demanding the next cadre restructuring also. Because after 5 years, if one cadre restructuring was exercised, after 5 years, we are entitled for another cadre restructuring. We can demand another cadre restructuring. In the another cadre restructuring, I already proposed to our CHQ also that we can demand that our postal assistant, by the exercise of the cadre restructuring, we should be elevated to SP and SSP also. Our postal assistant should be given SP and SSP also under the cadre restructuring. It is possible. When the SPOs, they are now becoming the director of postal services because of the cadre restructuring. Why not we? We should also be given the gazetted post, that is Group B post, and thereafter the junior time scale also, that is SSP also, we have to get it. So this should also we have to demand one area. Now I am coming to the P1 RMS accountant. Even though they are very few numbers, they have been continuously betrayed by our department. The special allowance has been taken back. Even the special committee has been formed. In the committee, they recommended 875 rupees per month, right from 1/7/2017 onwards to the P1 RMS accountants. But the recommendation of the committee has been totally rejected by the Ministry of Finance as stated in the 1811 minutes. I was also under the impression that it is under the process, but there is a delay. But while seeing the minutes of the meeting on 1811, it is very clearly understood that the proposal has been rejected by the Ministry of Finance. Where is the justification? What is the role of the P1 RMS accountant? What is the work of the junior accountant in the DPA office? When the junior accountant is getting the level 5 of the pay scale, where is how can it be denied to the P1 RMS accountant who are doing the very similar work? Actually, it is a very clear injustice. And without giving any benefits or without giving any increment or anything, you are saying that you can write the examination and pass the toughest examination and become work and to work in the P1 RMS accountant. Now it will be justified. It is totally unjustified. And also after they are choosing for the P1 RMS accountant, there is no HAG1 promotion in the P1 RMS accountant line. The LAG and HAG2 are very, very meager number. They are stagnated at HAG2. They cannot go up to HAG1 also. The old rules of the combination of accounts line and the general line, that is not in vogue on date. They have not been considered. Even the people opted for the account lines, they are not getting the LAG promotion much earlier as if other people are getting. That problem is there. And apart from that, there is another danger. The DPA staff, the Director of Postal Account staff, they have demanded for a cadre restructuring. The proposal has almost been finalized. And based on this, they are now formulating all the LDC and sorters working in the DPA office. They are going to be promoted as a junior accountant cadre, and they are going to be, most of the people, they are going to be transferred to the head post office and divisional office. If the people are transferred to head post office, they will be given with level 5 in the place of accountant, P1 RMS accountant. And if they are posted in the divisional office, they will be given with level 6. So the accountants working in the post office and also the divisional office, they have to go back and work as a postal assistant or LIG something else. And the people from the postal accounts, they will come and occupy the seat because of the decentralization of the postal accounts. How it will be right? The government has to ask for the option. It has to ask for the option from among the P1 RMS accountant. Those who are willing to work in the DPA office, they should be repatriated. They should not repatriated. They should be accommodated in the postal accounts, and they should be given the posting at the division itself. We have to demand it. We cannot simply keep silent when things are moving such a fast manner. And recently, the postal accounts, they want that 40% seniority from fitness quota in the AAO cadre. We are not objecting it. Let them have it. But at the same time, what they are asking the 40%, the vacancies which are now being written by our postal comrades, postal operating side people, they are writing the examination, AAO examination, that they want to freeze from them and they want to give it to the seniority cum fitness quota. And unfortunately, even in our strike demands, it has been made as one of the demand in the strike charter of demand. And which is very unfortunate. When a subject is affecting a major operating cadre, that should not be included. That can be discussed separately by the respective union. But that cannot be discussed as a charter of demand in the strike charter. If we are freezing this, the AO examination chances, many of our young comrades will be deprived of this. Comrades, at the time of introduction of direct recruits for the IPs, earlier there was no direct recruits for the IPs. Only all the posts have been given to our postal operative only. At the time of introduction of direct IP, the government has given a commitment that instead of, since we are freezing most of the posts, 1/3 post, IP post from the general line, we will enhance the 6% of the Group B promotion post to the 19%. But till date they have not implemented it. Till date, that 16% has not been implemented to 19%, but whereas in the 6%, now other people have also allowed to appear in the examination. Let us welcome it, no problem. But at the same time, the promotional avenues for our young comrades is being shrunken. That should also be widened more. We should create more number of our promotion posts for our youngsters. You can create some examination oriented, no problem. Even at the time of introduction of postmaster cadre, many of our people have cursed me. Why you are accepting it? I told, when people are not willing to occupy the LAG post, let the youngsters come forward. Because youngsters, they should also have some promotional avenues. Otherwise, where is the chances for them? So later on, even the postmaster cadre has to be merged because there was no charm there and everything. Now it is merged, okay. But we should create some other post also. We have to create some more post also, which we can discuss, we can deal in the next cadre review. That is also the present day requirement. So comrades, I have taken around 45 minutes. So hereafter, it is your time to question me. I will be here. I have no other work. My train is only 9 o'clock. If you want to retain me up to 8:30, I have no problem. This is you to decide. So I am ready to reply all your questions. And with this, I am once again thanking all our comrades, Malaksha and our President Krishna and all our comrades, all of you, for giving me the greatest chance, greatest opportunity to discuss with my points and views, everything with all of you. Thank you very much, comrade. Thank you very much. It is not the end. We are going to commence hereafter only. Thank you.